Colonel John Spencer is chair of Urban Warfare Studies at the Modern War Institute. It's part of the West Point Military Academy in the United States. He's in Colorado Springs. Colonel, is there a realistic prospect of urban warfare in Ukraine? If so, what would it look like?
Absolutely, James. I think the battle for Kiev has just started, and what we've seen is just really reconnaissance elements trying to penetrate into the capital. Kiev has to be protected. It will be much more violence, and I highly recommend that, like they're fighting and making it as painful as possible. There's not a single Ukrainian city that has fell yet, and that speaks a lot. But I think the Battle of Kiev is coming, and it's going to get very rough.
How dangerous might it be for Russian forces?
So urban warfare is the hardest that any military, to include Russia, who has not shown that it's superior in urban warfare, the hardest to do. If the Ukrainian military and the volunteers use the urban area to their advantage, they can make the Ukrainians pay a very large price. And actually, I have hope that they could actually cause such a big price that Russia does not win.
I wonder what your assessment is so far of Russia's tactics. We've been reporting for several days of explosions and of its attempts to carry out missile strikes, including one several hours ago on an oil depot.
Yeah, so they're clearly trying to soften targets. They're clearly trying to, which is what any military does, attack targets at long range because they don't want to close fight. They don't want their forces walking into a street and not knowing what's there. So they're using long-range munitions to strike, trying to take down the air defense systems, trying to find those most lethal, threatening weapons, the javelins, the stingers, but they're not being successful. They're still paying a huge price. But I think the main assault is still to come, likely from the north into Kiev, and I think they need to prepare, turn Kiev into a massive porcupine that is 1,000 cuts, and Russia will be grind to a halt. I mean, urban warfare is called the great equalizer for a reason. Ukrainians have a real chance.
What have you learned from the urban warfare you've seen in your life?
So I jumped in a part of the American invasion force into Iraq in 2003. I was there in 2008, a part of armor formations. It is very hard and is honestly very scary. A single sniper in an urban terrain can cause a lot of fear in a soldier's mind. Now, there's plenty of things that can be done, and I'm afraid that might be coming with the massive amounts of fire that you might use if you know where the enemy is, such as you're attacking an urban area. So I'm really concerned for the civilians in Kiev and the other populated areas, that they get to shelters, get underground. But I've seen some rough urban warfare, and this is going to be historic. But I've never seen a population rise up like this and make it this hard.
How significant is the military support which has so far been pledged by the West, including in a change of policy, Germany?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think the Ukrainians have shown the world that they're not just going to quit. The president's messages, I mean, hope is a greater weapon than anything the military can present on the battlefield. And I'm to include Germany's pledge to help with those vital munitions that they need to continue to make Russia to pay. I think that's going to continue to come. They're showing the world that this is a chance really to put Putin back in his cage and stop the expansion and what he's doing.
Colonel John Spencer, thank you so much.